Alright, today I'll show you how to remove the background in Photoshop and how to cut this image and get only the hand and the phone, or I have another image. With this picture, let's try to get the laptop. This process is not that complicated and you can create a PNG and later on to create a portfolio of PNGs in that folder to help you editing in the future. Yes, you can do all that stuff. This is the best tutorial on how to remove the background in Photoshop. If you're a beginner, I promise you, you need no longer to watch any other tutorial because you have everything included in this one, including how to repair PNGs if you did some mistakes. You'll find chapters in the description of this video, so if you want to skip to a specific moment in the video, feel free to do so. Before we start to remove the background on that image, I want to share with you the basics, the very basics of Photoshop and how to navigate through Photoshop and how to move, how to zoom in and zoom out. So that being said, in order to zoom in, you will have to hold the Alt on your keyboard and use your mouse wheel. In this way you can go all the way in to see all the pixels individually, or again if you hold the Alt and you scroll with the mouse wheel but in reverse, you will zoom out, and this will help you to see all the mistakes so you can fix them later on. I will show you exactly what I'm talking about at the end of this video, because sometimes you really need to zoom in all the way to the maximum to repair some mistakes, but we'll get to that later on. And if you want to move through the picture, as an example, let's move to the left, to the right, up and down, you will have to hold the spacebar on your keyboard, and you can see once you are holding the spacebar, the cursor just changed. It's a hand now. So when you are holding the space and you're holding the left click, now you can navigate very smooth and nice through your picture. Once you learn how to zoom in, zoom out and move through the picture, now we can get back to the video. So let's see how can we remove the background. Let's start with this picture. What I do usually when you open a picture, they will not be like that. As an example, when usually you will open up an image with Photoshop, it will look something like this. It will be locked. Usually I will just unlock this image, and now once you unlock the picture, you can find here on the left side the object selection tool. Right click on it and you can use 3 subtools to the main tool, but I will use usually just the first. Magic wand, I'm not into magic wand personally. So let's see what the first one does. You can either click on the object. Sometimes Photoshop will recognize all that stuff for you and you have to do the minimal thing. In this situation, because as the picture is extremely good, it is almost perfect. So once you have all that picture selected, you can press Ctrl and C to copy and Ctrl and V to paste. And as you can see, a new layer has been created. Let's try to move it. It's perfect. Let's try to copy this layer and go to the first image to show you how perfect it is. I have to do minimal work here because in this situation Photoshop did all the job for me. So let's see, let's zoom in. It's almost perfect, my man. You don't have to do anything else with this picture. Yeah, maybe some stuff here and there. If you want to remove that stuff, use the lasso tool, right click on it and use the lasso tool, and let's zoom in. Hold the left click and try to include everything. Oh damn it. Try to include everything which you want to cut inside. Make a circle, complete it by crossing the first line. Once you take your finger off the mouse, press delete, and now that stuff has been deleted. Let's zoom out. Okay, let's try one more time with this shadow, with these pixels. Again, delete. And now it's much better. After you're done with this, you can do some other stuff to these pictures to boost the quality. So make sure the layer is selected and press Ctrl Shift and A on your keyboard, and a new menu will pop up. Here I recommend you to increase the texture just a bit and the clarity just a tiny bit, maybe 5 or both 3, something like that, and press on OK. And now I just boosted the quality. Is like something like I sharpened the picture. Once you're done with it, let me tell you how you can save it. Right click on the layer, quick export as PNG. Now Photoshop will ask us where to save it. Let's save it on desktop, laptop, _PNG, name it as you want and press on save. And now if I will go on desktop, come on Photoshop, just load please. Alright, now if I will go in Photoshop, I can find that PNG. It's right here, and you can use that furthermore in one of our projects to create a portfolio of PNGs. And I have another picture. Let's do the same thing with this arm and phone. Let's try to cut all this. So again, use the object selection tool and select the first one, and you can either click on the object or you can make a square, a rectangle, and include everything which you want to cut inside it. And sometimes Photoshop will do a pretty much job, and you have to do a minimal work like in this situation. But it is not perfect. As you can see right here, it is some yellow. So let's use the second tool which I use the most. I never use the magic wand, is not for me. So I'll just select this one, and now we can do some magic with this, but I want to be smaller. As you can see, the size, it's 50. Let's press on the brush size to change the size. Mine is 50 and it's a lot bigger, so let's decrease to 1 to see if I can make something with that one. No, I think 1 is too small for now. Let's try with 2. And now let's see how can we include or exclude some pixels to our PNG. When you are pressing Alt on your keyboard, you will exclude some pixels, and when you are pressing Shift on your keyboard, you will do the opposite, you will include the pixels. So again, with Alt you can exclude some pixels, and with Shift you can include. Remember these two keywords, Shift and Alt. And of course, if you did something wrong, you can press Ctrl and Z to undo the work. So now let's try to use the Alt and click to exclude these pixels as best as I can. Okay, let's include this one also, and now let's go to 1 pixel. Let's include this one, and I will get back to you once I'm done doing this work. Alright, and this is the best my attention span could handle. I am zooming into the maximum. I've gone through all the image all around it, and this is the best I could. Let's see what will happen, how it will look if we'll press Ctrl C and Ctrl V now, and a new layer has been created. Let's copy again this layer, Ctrl and C. Let's go to the other image and Ctrl and V here to paste it, Ctrl and T to readjust the size now, and let's try to make it smaller, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty perfect in my opinion. Just look at that. It just looks like it's from there, my friend. Okay, so it's just perfect. What I'm going to show you now, I promise you by the end of this video, I will show you why sometimes you need to zoom all the way to the maximum. Well, depending on the case, on what you're working for, especially for video games, where you're cutting some objects which you screenshot inside the game. I just cut this potion from the background, and can we locate these pixels which shouldn't be there, and also I didn't cut it perfectly because I see here some mistakes. As an example, to be much easier to see, I will put some black background on the and now you can see all the mistakes much easier. Let's see how we can remove first these dots if we zoom all the way to the maximum. Once you zoom in, make sure the layer is selected on which you want to paint. Now press B as in brush, and now while you're holding B, if you hold Alt also, now Photoshop will ask you what color do you want to paint with. Now select with a click the color which you want to paint. You have no longer to hold the Alt on your keyboard, and while holding just B, now we can paint this dot very easily. And let's see, I saw another one, it was right there. So again, with B, hold Alt also, click the color, and now you can paint these dots. And also I will show you how to remove these mistakes which I shouldn't select when cutting. You will see this rectangle right here is the rectangular marquee tool. I can't pronounce that, I'm so sorry. Select this, and what I want to do now, make a rectangle which you want to delete everything which it will be inside it. Okay, once you include that, press delete now, and everything is deleted from the PNG. You can do the same with right here. It's some green from the background, delete, and it has been deleted. I see something else right here, nice. And also we have some green right here. Let's try to remove this also. Include everything inside the rectangle, press delete. You can smoothen your image a lot more with this cool trick. Okay, include everything inside, press delete. And if you do all this, you will have a perfect PNG in absolutely no time. And also, like right here, you can cut it. You also can paint it. Press B, select the color, and now we can put some white instead of that green to look much better. And we have another corner right here. Let's do the same. Select the white and let's paint it nice, so green won't be right there. Now I'll show you, once you have the PNG, let's see how can we export that. This is the PNG right here. Make sure it's selected, then right click on it, quick export as PNG, select where do you want to save it, as an example on desktop, name it as you want, I will name it just layer 1, and my PNG is right here. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you have a great day from wherever you're watching right now. Bye bye.